Howdy everybody, Chris here. We're back in the garage today, and if you watched my previous video, I did a video on how to blend base coat. It had a bunch of tips and tricks on it, and this was a little bit difficult. We ran into a little bit of problems blending this base coat, but we were able to overcome those, and today I'm going to talk about clear coat. We're going to clear this, and I'm going to use a little bit different technique today, one that I've never tried before, one that a viewer suggested to me, and we're going to see how it turns out. Let's go ahead and get the clear coat mixed up and get ready to spray. All right, so this is the clear coat we're using today. This is the Finish 1 FC710. This is a spot panel clear coat. We got two panels here we're painting. This actually dries pretty quick, but we're going to use a slow reducer to kind of help us with that. This is a 4-to-1 clear coat, so it's a 4-to-1 mixing ratio. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our InoKraft cup here, and we're going to find the 4-to-1 mixing ratio right here at the bottom. We'll put the amount of clear we want in, so we're going to go to 5 on the clear coat. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the 1 column and we fill it up to the 5 with the activator. That gives us our 4-to-1 mixing ratio. People get confused by that, but it's actually pretty simple once you get it. All right, so there's our clear coat. See, we went to the 5 right there. Now we'll fill from here to here in the 1 column with our activator or our hardener, whatever you want to call it. This is our slow hardener here. It's a 613. And we'll lock in the lid. Want to make sure this lid's sealed all the way around, just like that. Tighten on the collar. We're ready to spray. Now the gun we're going to be using today is a new gun to me. This is the second time I'm using it, but Porpoise PRD 715. This has a 1.2 tip. Porphis makes some great spray guns. I got a bunch of them, and I haven't had a problem with any of them. Really high quality, well-built guns at a very reasonable price. But the 1.2 tip is designed for clear coat. One of my viewers, Jeff, wants me to put the first coat on at about 30 psi. So the first coat will lay down a really atomized clear coat, and then the second coat he wants me to drop the air pressure a little bit and go a little bit slower, so we put it on a little bit heavier on the second coat and see how well that does. I've never tried this before, but it sounds reasonable, so we're going to go ahead and try it on this Honda right here. And appreciate that, Jeff, for the suggestion. So his idea is make the first coat a very fine atomized tack coat. Okay. 30 psi. This gun is wide open on the fluid volume, and the fan is wide open. I'm going to turn it back about a quarter of a turn. Let's go with it. All right, there we go. I think that's a little too much air pressure, but All right, we'll let that flash off for about 10 minutes and we'll put on a second coat with a little less air pressure, and we'll move a little bit slower. All right, let's check this out. I've got my mask on because we still got fumes in here. I think I went a little bit high on the air pressure on this first one, but that's what he wanted, and it looks pretty good. There's a little bit of texture. I'm hoping it'll flow out a little bit better on the second coat. Looks good, looks fairly clean. But let's put the second coat on. We're going to go a little bit slower, and we're going to lower the air pressure to about 25 psi. Oh yeah, it's ready. Right there's about 25 psi. I'm going to go a little bit slower. I think that's it. We'll see. It might flow out a little bit better. It's going to take a couple minutes for it to flow out, but let's take a look at it. A couple particles of dust. It doesn't look bad, to be honest with you. It's got a nice orange peel, which is pretty much OEM. Let's give it a few minutes to flow out and we'll see where we're at. We'll do it to spray this one more time. So I do have to say I like this Porpoise PRD 715 with the 1.2 tip. I do like it. It's going to take me a little while to get used to it. It doesn't really fit my spraying style, so I'm going to use this some more. The reason for that is I have to spray a little bit slower with this. And that's kind of been the issue with the 1.2 tip. Now, I can make some adjustments. I can spray a little bit closer and probably get this to where I can spray as fast as my other gun. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit. The reason I want to play around with it because it sprays such a nice atomized clear coat that I really think it's worth a little bit of time dialing this in, because I think I can get a better finish with this than some of my other guns just by adjusting my speed and my distance, okay? Because the fluid volume is open all the way. There's nothing I can do with the fluid volume. I can spray a little bit closer and let the clear coat flow out a little bit better, it still will be real atomized and a fine coat of clear, and I think that'll make all the difference. So I'm going to test this on a few more panels. We'll run it through its paces, and I'll come back with a conclusion on this gun, but it is a high quality gun. If you typically spray slow, you're not going to have a problem with this gun. But lately I've been spraying a little bit quicker and kind of liking it. So that's why I need to work with this gun just a little bit more, and we'll see where we're at. But listen, I appreciate each and every one of you watching. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, give me a like down below, and definitely comment your thoughts on this Porpoise PRD 715 and this technique that I used here. Have you ever tried this technique? This is the first time I've tried it. I don't really see a big difference, but let me know your thoughts. Let's pull this outside and take a look at this all done. We just got done spraying clear coat on this Honda, and I wanted to give you an idea of how it turned out. Good look at it. Now, we haven't cut and buffed this or wet sanded this or polished this. We just pulled it out in the sun. We're going to put this together, get it back to the customer. But that repair turned out great. The blend looks good and the clear coat looks fantastic. We'll knock out a few dirt nibs, get this polished up, and get it back to the customer. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next episode of Garage Noise.